Hello and welcome to the May edition of the Marshall Chamber of Commerce Community Connect. This month, our guest is Mike Fox. Mike Fox is one of the owners of Ace Home and Hardware. Thanks for being here, Mike.
You're welcome.
So, normally, as all of our watchers know and our listeners know, that this is a kind of a community event-driven program. However, I wanted to bring on a small business owner today to make sure all of our listeners and watchers know kind of what the scope of business is. I continue to hear, we want to make sure, we continue to hear at the Chamber of Commerce that there's a feeling that the public doesn't have a really good feel on what our business owners are going through right now. And I want to make sure that that's why I have Mike on here today to inform everybody with that. So let's touch on a few things from April, because I always like to recap the previous month. So no different here today. Normally we have a lot of events, and obviously we don't at this time. So let's touch on the ones that we did have. We did have a virtual young professionals event. The topic was mental health with Darcy from Western Mental Health. We had about 25 to 30 people listening to Darcy and everything that she had to say. And of course, this time with all the stay-at-home order, a lot of people staying at home, mental health is a very important thing to be concerned about. The Chamber also hosted a Let's Connect event. And the Let's Connect event gives an opportunity for all of our business people, our Chamber members, to have a free commercial to talk about their businesses. So this is a good opportunity. We had about 35 to 40 people on this Zoom call a few weeks ago. So it was a good opportunity, and we encourage people to sign up for the next one. And then finally, the last virtual event that I want to talk about was a virtual traveling trivia event that the Visit Marshall had. It was well attended. It was the second time it's been virtual. I would encourage everybody to sign up for the next one. I'll kind of touch on that a little bit. So once again, let's turn to our guest, Mike Fox. Mike Fox has been one of the owners of Ace Home and Hardware for quite a while here in town. Of course, Ace, formerly known as True Value, and the Fox family has been with Ace for quite some time. He's there with his sister, and I was just talking with him. He has a lot of longevity at the store. Mike, why do people want to stick around at Ace? It must be the personalities of the Fox family.
Yeah, it's all me, really. No, we try to treat them well and, give them a decent wage and work with them on hours and let them focus on their life. And
Sure. So let's talk a little bit about, obviously we got a few questions here, Mike. So Ace is it considered an essential business? It's been open this whole time. You've had to scale back hours. What has it been like at Ace overall, staffing? You got the traffic in and out. Just talk a little bit about what the environment is at Ace right now.
Yeah, so we backed off our store hours mainly for cleaning purposes and the unknown. We didn't know what was going to happen when this all started. So we shortened our store hours, and like you said, fortunately we were deemed essential. Business has been pretty good. People are out shopping, fixing their homes, painting and doing home repairs. So far things have been all right.
Sure. How about the construction side of things?
The construction side of things is slow. We do ag buildings. All of those have been canceled. New home starts are slower than normal. So I think people are just nervous. I'm not saying that won't come back, and it's early still in the year, so we're optimistic on that. But currently that's slower than we'd hope.
Sure, absolutely. And so I know you've been offering curbside and delivery, and have people been receptive to that, or are people coming in more often? What has been the general consensus on the curbside and delivery for Ace?
That's been received well. So We're part of Ace. Ace has a good national website where people can shop on there, and then we get notified of stuff. The curbside's been really busy, so that's a new avenue for us. That's been working out well. So we're seeing a lot of online shopping, which is great. That money's staying local now. It's cutting into Amazon business, I think, so that's great for the community.
Right, and exactly. And anytime we can shop local versus going to Amazon, I'll say it 100 times over, right now is more critical than ever to shop your local stores. So last week, the governor, speaking of curbside, the governor's executive order last Thursday was loosened up a little bit. Curbside sales were announced for some of our smaller boutique stores and retail in general. However, most of our Marshall businesses, especially downtown, were already doing the curbside sales already. Obviously, a lot of them have their websites and they're doing online ordering. They're doing everything possible just to kind of get by. Mike, you're pretty wired into the business community. What are they all going through right now?
A lot of emotional trauma. Those guys, they're in survival mode, and I feel for them. The bars, restaurants is a different thing than the boutiques. The bars and restaurants, I don't know how they survive this. They will. They're crafty guys and they're smart. And the boutiques, those people are all really innovative, so I think they're doing well with social media and advertising in creative ways, and I think they're surviving, but nervous.
Right.
You know, curbside sounds good, and I think they've been doing that since day one, really.
Right, right. It was announced that 30,000 people would be going back to work for the curbside purposes, but I guess it's my feeling that 29,500 out of the 30,000 have been working already, and they've been working their tails off, doing behind the scenes work or whatever the case is, just trying to stay alive. You're right, and as I visit with many of my colleagues throughout the state, it's the same thing. I mean, a lot of these are retail businesses that are doing curbside. Of course, the restaurants are too. And as we get closer to the 18th, we hope that we continue to see more businesses, sectors to open up safely. Because I know that business people are smart enough that if they've been in business this long, that they can come up with a very safe plan to reopen. I mentioned it. How critical right now is it to support your local businesses?
Yeah, it's important, and I think with the travel restrictions, that's helped. I think
people are staying.
Yeah, it's taken the option out of going to a bigger, close town to shop. But yeah, times are tough for everybody right now with the unemployment and with uncertainty. So it's really important to keep that money local and generating. My big fear is the farmers are going to be in trouble this year. That's going to affect everybody out here.
Right. And agriculture is overlooked right now. I'm thankful that this didn't happen the last 2 years when they weren't able to get into the fields much later than they, I know we have a common friend that some of them are done right now. Today's a wet day. They'll get back in the fields here soon, and I'm thankful that this didn't happen in the last 2 years. And I'll say it over and over and over again. These are the same. ACE is a sponsor for a lot of places, as well as a lot of our local shops downtown, up and down Highway 23, East College Drive, West College Drives. These are the same sponsors you see on a baseball sleeve, on a basketball jersey, on a football jersey. They are constant sponsors. You see them at arenas and basketball gyms. They're giving back to the community. Now it's your turn to give back to them because they are certainly counting on you. So a related question to my last one, Mike. ACE has always done a nice job collaborating with a lot of local businesses. You had Frankie's Hot Dogs in your store, and you have Cornerstone from Canby, and you have Dietz Heritage Farm. Hy-Vee has also done a really nice job collaborating. If you walk through the store, you see a lot of some other businesses in there. If you were to give any advice to a business owner, what would it be to collaborate like you do?
Just find any kind of things that'll complement your business well, because those other small business guys have the same problems and solutions to what's going on in the world. So yeah, like you said, we have Dietz Heritage Farms meats in our store, which we just thought, well, we do a lot of grills, and then I was looking to do demos once and talked to Alan, and now we're selling their meat in there, and that's been a great thing during this too, and the Canby Bakery. So, I don't want to give any goofy examples on what would be a good fit for any other business, but just talk to the other business guys, and because we're all in this together and we can succeed together too.
Right, and you can feed off each other
Yep.
because you're promoting them on their social media, or on your social media, on your Facebook page, and they're doing the same thing. I mean, they're saying that they're at ACE. It could be for men's night, women's night, if that all happens, and all these other the kid nights. But you're promoting each other on each other's circles.
Right, yeah, and it just compounds the views or hits or whatever you call it.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah, it's worked out well for us, and we're always looking for new opportunities. And
Yeah, absolutely. Just got a phone call from Hy-Vee last week with the same kind of question to me. You know, who else could they complement at Hy-Vee? And then, so you know, businesses be on the lookout for, see if there's some sort of complement that you can work with some of our other retailers. So, well, good. I got a few more things I want to touch on, and obviously, Mike, you can chime in at any point. May, it's the first week in May right now. The businesses are getting close to being up and running. Of course, the 18th can't get here soon enough. So our coupon book has been out for a couple months. It is one of the best sellers. Actually, Ace is helping sell, so you can actually go to a place like Ace or Borch's, Hy-Vee, Pizza Ranch is selling them. And Ace Runnings is the other one that is selling them too. You could actually get an item there, use the coupon book right away. You could actually pay for the coupon right away.
yeah, one of the things I've heard selling them at Ace is customers will say, well, aren't half these businesses closed during this shutdown? And my response is, temporarily, let's make sure they're not for good.
Right.
So,
Right. Any traffic is good traffic.
right.
Right. So even if you come in with a coupon, the coupons will be good, and the stores will be opening here very soon. So, yep. The Chamber is also holding a few events in May. I wanted to kind of touch on that. Our orientation event is on May 14th. Gives opportunity for us to kind of show what we have for features of the Chamber. That's on our website. Our Women's Connect is up and running in May as well. We have Sarah with the United Way who'll be talking about all these volunteer opportunities. The city has done a nice job pushing out some of these opportunities you can volunteer for in the city. She'll be touching on those and some of the other opportunities you can take advantage of. Our young professionals is actually not going to be virtual. So they're actually going to be doing highway cleanup. So they're going to be able to do the highway cleanup, give back to the community, and they'll be having Pizza Ranch for lunch on that day. That'll be later here in May. A couple other events. The American Red Cross is doing a blood drive. May 12th and May 13th at the old Cherryberry location. So if that is your thing, obviously you hear about blood drives everywhere. And so the American Red Cross will be in town May 12th and May 13th from 9 to 3, like I said, at the former Cherryberry location on East College Drive. A couple other fun events that we have coming up. The virtual trivia is back here in May. That event information is on the Visit Marshall website. But I wanted to touch on another one that Visit Marshall is coming out with in May. It's called Eat Out, Laugh In. And what that means is they want you to support your local restaurants, and they'll give you exclusive access to a virtual comedy show hosted by Visit Marshall. So when you order takeout between May 10th and May 19th, send them a photo of your receipt, and you'll be added to the invitation list. The link to the virtual comedy show will be sent to you prior to Wednesday, May 20th. So kind of a good deal. We all need some comedy in our lives right now, right, Mike?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so you're supporting local, and it culminates with a fun night out or a fun night in, I guess, and you're going to be able to watch the comedian that they have lined up on May 20th. So kind of a cool deal and very, very creative with Cassie and Julia over at Visit Marshall. A few other things, talking about the business community. Restaurants are moving in the direction of opening beyond just curbside. Hopefully that's right around the corner. Continue to support them as much as you can. Same with retail. As I mentioned, most of them are doing curbside. They're able to do, for the ones that weren't, they are able to do that now. Like I said, they continue to rely on you. But it's not just retail and restaurants that need your support. It's living local in Marshall. It is where you get your oil change, or where you do your finances, or your insurance, or whatever the case is. The whole city of Marshall works together, and the Marshall area. And we all give it back together. So make sure you not just shop local, but live local. What else? So I also want to give a quick plug to the Marshall Radio. Every single Thursday at 1 o'clock, Marshall Radio and their wonderful sponsors have been doing something called the Marshall Business Rally. I would encourage all of the watchers to listen to it from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. I would include, and then for any businesses to call there. Marshall Radio, along with their sponsors, are giving opportunities for businesses just to call in to do free plugs on their business. Nice deal.
Yeah, it is a great service that the radio station's providing for all the business community during these trying times.
Absolutely. So tune in to Marshall Radio. It's all 5 of their stations. They actually cut in to their broadcasting and give the opportunity for our businesses to call in. So thanks again to the Marshall Radio team. Again, our website is the main portal, business portal for all information for businesses. There was loan information, unemployment information. Now you're going to see a lot of reopening type of webinars and that sort of thing for various industries, the templates that are needed for our businesses to get reopened. So our website is marshallmn.org. And then last thing I wanted to talk about today is to thank all the people on the front lines, the healthcare at Avera, public safety, teachers, everybody that's working in those grocery stores, restaurant workers that have never stopped working. And I just want to do a thank you to all of you that do a good job and are looking out and have never are working at home. You're out there on the front lines. I just want to do a quick plug to all of you and thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you're doing. So that's all I have. It's kind of a quick program today. So all these updates and events in May are either going to be on our website, marshallmn.org. The visit website is visitmarshallmn.com. So Mike, anything else you'd like to share today?
No. Golf course open. That's good news for the community.
Absolutely.
People can get out and stretch their legs and
It
swing.
is. So yes, the Marshall Golf Course, the Savannah Golf Course in Lynn or Balaton Bay or whatever the case is, all 3 of them are good members of the chamber. Go golfing, absolutely. It's a good way to get out and go to the driving range. If you're not very good at golf like me, go out to the driving range, try to get your swing down. So leagues are approved now, so you should be getting some league information. But yeah, good point, Mike. The Marshall Golf Course is waiting for you to come on out and get some swings in. So yeah.
And full disclosure, we're probably the most feared team in 4 o'clock league. Brad and I are team members, not for our golf capability, but probably for our sarcasm and witty remarks.
I'll second that. That's the second part of what Mike said. Yeah, absolutely. It's a fun time, and Mike and I have been on team now for 3 or 4 years, and I look forward to another fun summer. So, with that, thanks again for joining me, Mike, and thanks for all you for watching, and we'll see you again in June.